Welcome to Return to Eberron, Cult of the Godseed. My name is Matt Nahat, and I am here with my friends as we play D&D 5th Edition. The players are going to introduce their characters, and then we are going to go over to Bones for a little bit of a recap as to what happened last time. Mary.
Hi, I'm Mary. I'm playing Lana, a human rogue.
Excellent. And let's go to Stephen.
Don, the brave, the wild, half-orc druid. Yours exclusively.
Excellent. And Chris.
Felice Kofi Jones, the student of archaeology.
And finally, Bones, who will then, once he's introduced his character, do a little bit of a recap for us.
Bastion, the Clockwork Warforged cleric who is seeking redemption for past misdeeds.
Indeed.
Last time, we embarked on a quest where we boarded a ship that was headed for some islands. And during our travels, we were waylaid by some worshippers of a deity beneath the sea. They demanded tribute, and when we gave them rather a creative tribute, they were offended and called upon their god, who was not happy with being woken, and told his followers to be gone or face his wrath. We continued forward, and again we encountered another enemy a week from then. This time it was some sort of sea folk with his pet wannabe kraken. They attacked the ship. Several sailors were killed, but thanks to the heroic efforts of the party, we managed to slay both of them, or at least slay the master and turn the kraken pet into a turtle, which sunk underneath the sea. We were presented then with an opportunity later on where a member of the crew had won a treasure map in a gamble, and he wanted us to go onto the islands to search for a great prize. And there's debate among the crew and the party as to whether or not we should go. Some said that it was foolhardy, and others say it would be foolhardy not to take the chance to become rich beyond our wildest dreams. In the end, the foolish one succeeded, and we decided to go to the island, much to the chagrin of the wise ones. Once there, we explored a couple caves. There was a stage with lights on it that could be viewed from a viewing platform in a previous cave, and whoever viewed the stage would see an illusion of scenery, such as classy outfits and jeweled crowns and cardboard trees and fluttering birds. And we soon discovered that if you interacted with the items that were illusionary and took them off the stage, they'd become real and be conjured into reality. We acquired several bits of treasure, a jeweled saber and a terror set, I think, a crown.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that brings us up to where we are, where we've finished fiddling around the stage and we're debating whether or not to go further into the caves.
Indeed. And
Not quite finished. Don hasn't done it yet.
oh, does Don want to have a go too? Does he?
Oh, you know he does.
All right. Well, when Don goes up onto the stage, and if someone is viewing him, Don will appear as a great elk. And he has horns made of a special type of wood. It does not look like normal wood. It looks much more alive. And clearly, he looks kind of like an actor with, or two actors. One is the behind of the elk, and one is the head of the elk. And the horns are rather haphazardly attached to his head, but they do look glorious.
Donald kind of hop around the stage a little bit, trying to play the role per se, move like he is actually disguised as an elk. Although it seems a bit silly to him as he thinks to himself, like, I could just turn into a lake. Why would I dress up as one?
Yep, indeed. Does seem a little bit strange, but that is what they see. Yeah, if you wanted to, you could get one of the party to hold your head and go into the viewing room, and then the horns would materialize into reality if you wanted.
You want to help out, Bastion?
Oh no, it took me a half dozen tries to get my sword out.
I'm sure Silas will help.
Lana, could you take him by the horns?
Paula's just standing there with her arms folded and is like, whatever. She'll go and like try and wave her hands in the air, like here, like following whatever instructions they may give her to try and
Sure. Yeah.
position her hands right.
Yeah.
But it may take a little longer than usual because she is just like here. Where? Here?
Yeah.
Here?
Right there,
Go
that's
here.
it. Right. No, you had it.
Indeed, and yeah, you're able to bring it into the other room, and when the horns materialize, you
I
now
was like,
have
holy shit.
you now have a set of great elk horns made of what is called live wood, which is a special type of wood. Live wood sort of reacts to nature magics and sort of starts to sprout and things like that when nature magic is around.
Well, that's all the time, says Don, because I'm a druid.
Indeed.
I feel like there's a narrator that's like describing these items as they materialize, and everyone's just like, what? What is that voice? Anyways.
Yeah, so I'll let me.
I'd like to imagine that Don's the one doing the narrating and reacting to his narration.
So it's a green colored hardwood that's highly magical in nature. It acts pretty much like normal wood, but when nature spells are cast, such as plant growth or things like that, it flourishes. Let's see. Let's see what else it does. A character can use. Okay, I'm just sort of reading here. Has a hardness 6 and 10 hit points per inch of thickness. But otherwise, it's relatively, just wood with that sort of interesting side note there.
Well, you might not know this about me, Lana, but I actually like plants. So hand them back over. I'll go ahead and see what I can do with them.
Cool. All right. Well, it sounds like everyone's been on stage at least once. Silas is going to chill in the viewing room as his player is not here today. He's safe there. We can assume that. Not going to penalize that, but he's not going to be with us for whatever comes and whichever direction we go. So, or he can actually go back to the ship. Let's do that. Let's put him on the ship, safe, with the crew and so forth, rather than potentially in danger. So, are we happy to move on, or is there anything else that we would like to do here with this stage and viewing platform?
Oh, Bastion would love to send Silas back as a pack mule. Assistant to carry his 50-pound sword.
Sure. Silas can do that.
Well, I'm going to be wearing my antlers.
Excellent, yes.
Wait. Are you wearing the antlers on top of your antlers?
No, that would be stupid. They're next to them, so I have double antlers. Not antlered antlers.
You know, you look kind of fierce.
It's like a tree's growing out of your head, but made of antlers.
Yeah.
Wonder if you cast a spell, it would take root.
I was trying to think of a pun. You beat me to it.
Nice work.
That
Alright.
was so funny.
Alright. So, any other interactions that we want in this room?
Check out my rack.
You might say he's built like a brick house.
Don's good.
Okay.
You can edit that out later.
Of course.
Ready
Yes.
to move on.
Lovely. Alright, well, you
Felice
can...
is good.
You can either obviously go back towards the entrance of the cave, or
Votes for the entrance.
the cave does continue, tunnels do continue on sort of northward from where you are, as you should be able to still see with your characters there.
Don thinks we
Bash.
should continue going into the tunnel.
Felice, come along.
All right. Well, which way did you guys go, though?
Sort of north. I'll take you over here anyway. Yeah, so northward is there's a tunnel there. Can you all see that? Hopefully
Yep.
we're all good. Okay, well, you can move your characters to wherever you would like to be as we go forward, and I will stop us when you see something different. Obviously, you're in a tight tunnel for that little bit. And for those of you with dark vision, as you sort of come out from that tunnel, you can see that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, so dark vision is 60 feet. There are great piles of treasure all around those rock outcroppings all the way through this room. So the rocks kind of emerge from great piles of treasure and go all the way up to the roof. But all around them are, like I said, great piles of all manner of treasure.
Bastion holds up a hand and he says, I see piles of treasure. The Guardian may be close. Keep on your guard.
Okay. So now I will ask you how you want to approach this situation per character. Obviously, if you want to try to sneak up, you could. If you want to boldly go into the cave, you could. It is up to your character, and if your character chooses something that everyone else doesn't, that is okay, and we will narrate each person individually. It looks like Bastian is taking point. Are you just walking boldly in, Bastian, at this stage? How is this going? And if anyone has suggestions as to what we might be able to do, given spells or any other abilities that you might have, feel free to talk to the party, before we,
To walk into our doom.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
you have a few moments to be able to do that. So, yeah, feel free to have a chat, guys, as to what we're gonna do.
Well, Don's not much of one for subtlety, even if he's not that brash necessarily. I think he would walk in and start poking at the piles.
Okay.
Maybe mention to the others. I thought we'd be a little deeper into the caves before we found the piles of treasure.
I think Felice would hold her hands out and like try to caution you from barging ahead.
All right.
And I think she would actively look for a trap.
Okay, so you're looking for a trap. Lana, I know, doesn't want to be here in the first place.
Yeah, I'd say she's, like, as everyone's trying to enter the room or is entering the room, and she'd probably, walk up next to Felice before just kind of stopping and noticing that she's actively looking around the room. She'd probably do the same, kind of like, okay. Like, not necessarily for a trap, but for, like, a threat, I guess. Like, well, at least we can make sure that there's nothing weird.
Okay.
What is in here?
Okay.
Just kind of from her viewing point, observing.
Yes, no worries. So, Felice, you may make a perception check, but at disadvantage.
Okay. So. Okay. Where's my perception?
Bastion is approaching cautiously.
Sure.
He is taking point, but he's making sure to check the area around him, secure things, make sure it's safe for the others. And if there's something that were to pop up, that it would aggro him first.
Sure. Okay, you have, well, a 17 with disadvantage there, Felice. Okay, so you're looking for a trap, correct? Between here and the piles of treasure?
Yes.
Okay, so you do not see anything that resembles a trap in that area. However, something in the back of your head says, it seems awfully quick that we got here, and with that pretty good perception check, you have the sense that somewhere in that tunnel that you were just in, maybe it wasn't entirely a mundane tunnel, and maybe you've come further into the cavern than it really seems. You have a sense that perhaps you're much further underground than you just were. But you're not 100%. You just have that niggly feeling, and I think Lana, being that she doesn't want to be here in the first place, might have just the edge of that. Actually, Lana, I'm gonna get you to roll me an insight check, please.
Insight, that's wisdom.
It is.
So, 18.
18. Yeah, so you have this same niggly feeling, or very similar niggly feeling, because you didn't want to be here, and you sort of like, we shouldn't be this far, there shouldn't be treasure this soon in. Many others have come before, because you know that as part of that was found when you studied the map and so forth, and there was stories about other people coming here and not finding anything or whatever else. And you're like, yeah, I don't feel like we should be at the treasure yet. Neither of you are 100% certain that that's a magical effect, but you just have that idea in the back of your head.
Well, I think Lana would be manifesting those feelings, and just as if Bastion and Dawn are still puttering around the stuff, just like, this is stupid. Like, is this... How is it that there's all that when everyone before? This just seems awfully convenient.
All right.
Well, maybe this is just the tip of the iceberg. Maybe this is the chump change. Can you imagine how big the real treasure might be at the bottom of the caves?
No. This is fine. Take the chump change. It's more than what you would have had, and you are still alive. Let's go.
All right. So, if you choose to go forward, I will need you to move your characters to where you would like to be, please.
Well, ho hum, what a party pooper. Don's gonna start poking around the room.
Okay.
Move your piece on roll 20.
Thank you. Cool. So all of the treasure pretty much is where 4 is, and then all around these big piles, well, these rock formations around the room.
Are there any diamonds?
I'm sure there probably is. As you're starting to poke around, Felice and Lana are staying back. You...
What about dragons?
You sense movement inside the piles of coins, and I need you, please, to roll initiative. Okay, so I need to go over here to... Let's put that one there, and let's grab the token of it. Let's put him there. Okay, and...
Oh no!
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna have to... So, Bastion got 6, so this one's old. That one's old. This one's old. That one's old. This one's old. 15 is the right number. And can the other two also roll initiative, please?
What? That's their own stupid.
Well, yeah, I mean...
I know.
You don't have to engage with it. You can spend your initiative running away if you like.
20.
Yeah, that's very
initiative.
good. Obviously.
It's not letting me select my token all of a sudden.
Oh.
I can... Oh, I know why. Never mind, I figured it out. Okay. There we go.
Okay, excellent. And I will get this one and add a turn to it, and it's going to be roll +2 for 6. Okay. And I'm going to order these in descending order. And Lana, being that you're sort of at a distance, you see part of the treasure move before either Don or Bastion can sort of react. You see it rising up into sort of a coin golem that's rising up out of the treasure. It looks something like. Let's see if I can do shift. How did I do this again? Present.
Oops.
I'll put the picture here. It looks basically like what you see, but yeah, yeah.
I can't see it, but that's okay.
And you can't. It's on the token line. There's a
too far
token to
away.
it. Ah, right.
And yeah, so technically, I don't even know if she could
Okay.
because she's so far away.
All right. Well, let's say we hold your turn then. Okay.
Sure.
You're first in initiative, but you don't know what's happening. We'll hold your turn, and you can sort of act a little bit later.
Maybe she heard something.
Heard it? Yeah. Sure. You hear the sound of
If she heard
coins.
something, she'd be like, "Guys, what's that?" And that would probably be the most I could see her doing anything on her turn.
Okay, sure. And so that brings us to Don. Don, you see this pile of coins rise out of the pile of coins and form into this, I don't know, construct, I suppose.
Well, that seems even more convenient. It's going to carry itself back to the ship for us. Right?
I mean, yeah, possibly. Do you want to do anything with your turn?
Oh, Dawn doesn't believe it. That could possibly be that convenient, though. Dawn is going to move and cast a spell.
Okay.
He racks his brain. What? It's moving pile of gold. It's probably not friendly. But what would gold be vulnerable to?
That's a
There's a
very good
move.
question.
And one moment. So while stepping back and away, hopefully from imminent crushing by gold, Don pulls a hand out of a pocket with a pinch of sulfur and dirt and flicks it out, and a large 5 foot well, not large, I guess it's 5 foot, a medium 5 foot sphere of flame appears in on top of the pile of moving gold.
Okay. So yeah, the flame does appear there, and as it sort of rolls around, the creature seems to sort of roll with it and away from it, and you see that it's very adept at trying to move away from your spell. And indeed, it is saved. However, I'm guessing it's half damage if it saves.
Let me check. Yeah, it's half damage.
So, and you unfortunately rolled a 2, so it will take 1 point of fire damage.
Woo!
Okay, so just going to put this bar up here. 1 point of fire damage. Excellent.
That is the end of Dawn's turn.
Lovely. Felice, you're up.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking something up real quick.
While she looks that up, it'd be nice if I could get a token for the sphere so we can remember where it's at.
Oh, sure.
Cast Dispel Magic
Ooh.
on the creature.
Okay.
Or whatever it is.
That's a clever idea.
Thank you.
It is.
We'll see if it works.
How about this one.
I like it. It's about half that size, though.
So
Perfect.
yeah, cool.
It'd be a. Trying to remember how to ping on this.
Hold down your mouse.
All right. Yeah.
So you want it sort of near it, around it, somewhere.
Yeah, basically overlapping with now because I just rammed the elemental with it.
How about?
And
What are you? Where's Don? So that's the one. Save. You should be able to move it now. There you go.
Yep.
Cool. Dispel magic on the creature?
On the creature, yeah.
Okay. Dispel magic.
So when I clicked the thing, it didn't show what it did when.
Yep. We can look at that in a minute. I'll have a look at your spell sheet and everything. Let me
Probably
just.
didn't do it right.
Oh, it's okay. What do I need to do? What am I doing here? Sorry, I'll just go into your character sheet. And can I pop you out? I know that I used to be able to pop these out. Oh, yes, I can. Cool. I just don't want to, like, have that on the sort of stream for too long. And it's there. So we need this. So you didn't... Okay. There is no description in it, so I'm not sure perhaps whether you haven't written the description in it. What I'll do between now and next time, I'll go through everyone's spell sheets and I'll just make sure everything's formatted okay. I know what Dispel Magic does though anyway, that's okay.
I pulled it up on info.
Yeah. So it's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Would she know that before she cast it?
No. She's got an interesting idea. So you're gonna find out some stuff, right? I'm not gonna have it do nothing. So upon casting it and upon it not having the effect that you desired, you know it's not being animated by an outside source because your Dispel Magic would interrupt any communication between the two. I will give you an Arcana check with advantage to identify it because you've cast Dispel Magic on it and it hasn't worked. With a 22, you know it to be a Horde Golem. You've only heard of these things. You've never seen one before. And while it is a construct, Dispel Magic doesn't really do anything against constructs.
Okay.
You know that its attacks are going to be magical. And you know that many constructs are immune to many things. The things that you believe it to be immune to are poison, psychic, and damage from non-magical weapons.
Okay. Great. Okay, so can I use my bonus action to call that out to everyone?
Oh, you can say that even freely.
Okay. Awesome.
you
So
know.
I pass that information on to all of you. I'm sorry I can't all
Yeah.
that, but and then I'm gonna draw my bow and knock an arrow and think about what I'm.
Draw your bow, knock an arrow, and go to its turn, I suppose. Okay. Actually, what is Bastian's dexterity?
That's a great question. He has a dexterity of 10, so modifier of 0.
Okay, so the creature is going to go before you.
Bastion stomps his feet and drums his warhammer on his shield.
Yeah. Sure, it's going to, I guess, move through that fire. Does it do anything when he moves through it, Don?
No, I don't believe so. It's when I move it into somebody, or if they end their turn within 5 feet of it.
Okay. Well, it's gonna come over here to where it is now, and it is going to make 2 slam attacks against Bastian.
All right.
Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Oh, as a bonus for Lana, the sphere also sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim for another 20 feet.
Excellent.
Lana,
Well,
there's the danger.
he
I'm
got
gonna
a
unmute myself.
29 on his second attack. So that will definitely hit your 22 armor class. And he does, with that hit, 30 bludgeoning damage.
Ouch.
Whoa.
So Bastion is staggered to the side as a stream of coins smash down next to him.
Yeah, and I'm gonna guess that, you know, you've got clockwork and stuff all going. The coins sort of grind through some of your gears before falling to the ground.
Little Bastion imprints. All right, so Bastion is going to go ahead and use his ability Wrath of the Storm. First level, you can thunderously rebuke attackers with a creature within 5 feet of you that you can see hits you with an attack. You can use your reaction to cause the creature to make a dexterity saving throw. Creature takes 2d8 lightning or thunder damage. I'm choosing lightning damage on a failed saving throw, and half as much on a successful one.
He has advantage on his saving throw versus this effect, as it is a spell, correct? Oh, it's not a spell, is it? And other magical effects. It is a magical effect. He still fails, so it's going to be full damage.
Just rolling that.
That's fine.
That's 9 lightning damage.
Which
And
has full effect.
since this is a large creature, I'm also going to use Thunderbolt Strike. When I deal lightning damage to a large or smaller creature, I can also push it up to 10 feet away from me.
Okay. So, do you want it to move 10 feet away from you?
I do. Back
Alright.
into the flames.
Back into the flames. Excellent.
Don't be mean.
I'm not being mean.
They're rolling horrible ones, so people get really bad injuries.
No, I just did 30 in a single hit. So,
Honey, that is so not fair.
okay. So it is back in the flame. So it has ended its turn in the flame. So Don.
All right, let's roll for that damage.
8.
And I believe he still does get to make a save.
Okay. 2. He failed, so he takes 8.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno.
He is. And the gleam of the coins on fire does sort of glitter and gleam through the room, much like a disco ball. Now,
Exactly what I was thinking.
Bastian, is there anything else that you would like to do on your turn?
I would like to start my turn with a spell. Bastion's drumming on his shield and is stomping on his feet. Builds and builds and builds into a crescendo of clinking metal on metal. And all of a sudden, there's this crack like 1,000 mirrors shaking as he casts Shatter, level 3, on
Okay.
this construct.
All right.
Should have disadvantage on its con save.
Okay, and so it has advantage normally, so that gets negated with your disadvantage that you're imposing because it is a construct. And it is a con save. And he failed, so he's going to take 12 thunder damage. Boom. Yeah, you can see the ringing sort of ripples through the coins, sort of moving them apart before they sort of come back in and reform, but you can see that has definitely damaged the creature.
Alright. Bastion. It'll move forward bravely, holding his shield up, and it'll say, "Focus your attacks! We can take it down!"
Indeed. And that brings us to Lana.
Lana's just like, oh my gosh. And she will start making her way forward. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's way too close. No, because she does. If she gets to dash as a bonus action, is that if she has movement left?
So dash is like more movement than you have
Okay.
normally. So if you want to use your bonus action to dash, basically it is
Yeah, or,
your movement
I guess-
again. You can move twice, basically.
Sorry, I think I was using the wrong word too. Because the thing is, if she gets up close, she to attack. I want her to be able to disengage as a bonus action.
Right.
But I believe I don't know if she can do that without if she's already used up her movement, because to get to the creature, that'll be 30 feet of movement.
Right, so you can use your movement to get up to it, you can then attack, and then you can use your bonus action to disengage, or to dash.
Doop, doop, doop. Hello, Mr. Monster, and and if I'm correct, because I want to make sure I use the right dagger, the poison dagger is magical and therefore effective, because if I heard right, it was resistant.
Correct.
Okay. Then here we go. Let's see. We got a 20 for attack, 9 points of gravity damage. I did not activate the poison, so we don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Sure. So yeah, it'll definitely hit it. It's
Awesome.
taking 13.
Am I able? No. 9 points of
9.
regular damage. And can I add in sneak attack?
You may add sneak attack.
And that will be 22 extra.
22 extra.
And she's gonna friggin' disengage as bonus action and retreat back behind this little wall.
Okay.
Did you just stab a gold golem in the kidney?
Probably. He was focused on Bastion and all this, what I imagine to be swirly bits of coins kind of creating him. She just bypassed all of them and right to the soft stuff.
There's just like a sack of coins that she split open, and it's all spilling out like blood.
Yes, exactly.
Rubies. It's rubies spewing everywhere now.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Awesome. All right, so that's your turn. Done. You are back there.
Aha, we're routed now. He's going to direct the flaming sphere to ram the creature. That's a bonus action.
Okay. With advantage. Sorry. Playing funny buggers. It's a fail, so he takes 10.
All right. Then Don will speak one of the secret druidic words of power, flick his hands open, and a short half-foot flame will appear there for a moment, like a floating ball of liquid fire before he lobs it over top of Bastion and into the seething pile of coins.
Okay.
Good roll.
It is a good roll. 13 fire damage. Just gonna hit with a flame. Yep. So he's taken that. He now looks. So that flame starts to melt away in combination with your previous flame. Some of this creature's form, and the creature is effectively bloodied now after your barrage of magical and dagger attacks.
Don will hold his position. That's the end of his turn.
And we're up to Felice.
Awesome. So I'm going to use my bonus action to cast Lightning Arrow.
Lightning arrow.
And then I'm going to take a shot with my bow.
So is this a dex save?
Let's see. It is how this works is let's see. Make the attack roll as normal,
Okay.
and then it adds lightning damage.
Okay.
If I hit.
If you hit. Alright. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Weapon.
Ooh.
Oh, ouch.
So you rolled a 1.
I did?
Yeah, on your attack throw. On your attack. That's a 1 with the red box.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that. That's sad.
Yeah. And what that will mean for the rest of this encounter is you are unable to use Lightning Arrow again.
Okay.
As you are strained, and that spell just sort of it's like you almost temporarily forget how to use it. The reeling of it sort of rings in your head, and you're just like, how do I use it? And you can't bring it into your awakening mind for the rest of the fight.
Okay. All right. I shrink back behind Lana. And that ends my turn.
On its turn, it is going here.
Attack of opportunity.
Let's see. Yes, you may. You may attack of opportunity.
Alright, let me just check something for a moment. Divine Strike. To gain the ability to infuse your weapon strikes with divine energy. Once on each of your turns when you hit a creature with a weapon attack.
It's not
So I can
your
only do
turn.
that on Yeah. Pity. And then I can't do spells for reactive attacks, correct?
You can't. Sorry?
I can't use a cantrip for a reactive
No, it's
attack
just a
while
weapon
me.
attack.
Alright. Bastion will curse and slap it with his warhammer.
You hit. For 8. Okay. Is your
And
Warhammer
that-
magical?
It isn't. I think I rolled the additional lightning damage, so it should be 1 point of damage plus 3, so 4 damage.
Okay. All right. Very good. You get that sort of passing blow. It doesn't seem to affect it all that much. And it will move to where it is now, and it will turn into a whirlwind of coins. I need both of you, please, to make me dexterity saving throws. That is Felice and Lana.
I love this game. Dexterity saving throws, so that is a 19. Hey,
19
high
and a
five.
19.
Made it.
Okay.
Hey!
You're going to take half of the damage that I am going to roll. You take half of 32, which is 16 each. And it is now a whirlwind of the treasures of which it is composed. That is its turn. So we are up to Bastion.
Alright, so for every strike against an ally, there's an opportunity here. It just separated its mass into a bunch of tiny little pieces. Would Thunderwave be more effective on this?
I will say that it's not going to get advantage on its check to save against Thunderwave.
I'd
Alright.
like to imagine Bastion running up behind it, using Thunderwave and just hailing Lana and Chris's character with a hailstone of gold coins.
Well, we'll see how this goes. It's 10 feet, 15 feet. Passing through Lana. 20, 25.
Lana, sneak attack. I mean, sorry, I thought you were an enemy for a second.
As you move through this space, Bastion, I need you to make a dex save, please.
Alright.
Okay, and you are also going to take 16 points of damage as you move through.
Alright.
The hail of coins and art objects hits you and pounds you as you move through it. What is that 37 for?
Just calculating my HP.
You can, so when you click on your thing, you've got the little circle. You can just click in the circle and say minus whatever you took, and it will automatically, and press enter, and it will calculate it for you.
Oh, interesting. I'll have to try that sometime. So Bastion will go ahead and stomp his feet as he unleashes a level 3 Thunder Wave.
Alright, I need Lana and Felice to also save against this spell.
So this would be directed so that it is a square touching Bastion, but it should not include Lana or Jones.
I thought Thunderwave just came out from you in like a
I'm willing to listen to what your interpretation of it is.
I mean,
A
I'll
wave of
double
thunderous
check,
force would-
alright? I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and I will quickly look it up.
I'm just going to go ahead and roll it
Yeah,
with the
you can roll it.
description and hold the damage numbers for now. Because if I know that will attack my allies, that is not a good way to start the day.
Cube originating from you in a 15-foot cube originating from you. Sure, okay. Alright.
So while it's commonly seen as something that is centered on you,
That's fine.
another way to view it is that the cube is touching you and being to the side.
Okay. I will allow it. Because, you know, it's cool. So it needs a Constitution saving throw. Again, I'm not giving it advantage because it is in this whirlwind form. However, it's still saved, so it is going to take half damage.
And this is a 3rd level spell.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just making sure I got the damage right.
No, you're good.
1st level is 2d8, 2nd level is 3d8, 3rd level is 4d8. Okay. So hitting it for 15 damage, 16 on the con save, as a blast of thunder shoots out from Bastion Stomp.
Okay. So yeah, 15. Cool. Alright, yeah, you'll do that damage. Did I roll a save for it? No. And it's +5, right? Ugh. Okay. Okay. Very good. Now, for some reason, okay. That's okay. That's, and is that the end of Bastion's turn?
You do not stand alone, Bastion says. And that's his turn.
Okay. Lana.
I'll unmute myself there. Lana's kind of like, oh, bugger. Now, in this whirlwind state, would I want her to attack, but I'm also trying to gauge would she see this whirlwind and go, man, if I stick my hand in there, I'm going to be like I'm going to actually get hurt.
No, you will not get hurt. However, your attacks against it have disadvantage.
Oh, snaps. Alrighty.
Bastion had a spell, so it's a little bit different. So
Yeah. I'm just going to roll a d20 to start with, so probably not going to hit, but I'm going to roll this. The actual, so at disadvantage, a 9 plus 10 is 19.
a 19 will hit.
Awesome. And so that's a whopping 7 right there, and I don't think she could do sneak attack because of the disadvantage, correct?
Yeah, you're not the type of rogue that just gets it, right?
She does have sneak attack, but it says it has to be advantage or someone within an ally within 5 feet of the target.
Well, there is an ally, so you can do it.
Alright, sure. And wow, holy crackers. Almost Yahtzee there. 24 extra damage.
Oh, okay. 7 and then 24. All right, this thing is definitely looking battered and...
And she's going to disengage as a bonus action because she wants to make sure Felice is okay. Yeah, she's gonna just come on the other side of Felice and like grab her and like pull her along. Like, you got hit bad. Come on, this way, this way.
Okay.
And that's it for her turn.
Very good. Dawn, you're up.
Hearing the concussive blast from around the corner and the sound of the coins picking up pace as it turns into a whirlwind, Don has no idea what's going on, so he's gonna hustle up. Hey, is everyone okay over there?
Looks like there's a great whirlwind of coins and stuff. Bastion's probably the most wounded. For some reason, on my screen, Felice and Lana's tokens have their full health, but that's not the case because they're both taking damage.
It's not working when I type in the thing and hit enter. Nothing happens. So I put it in the red circle.
Ah.
But that's not working. Nothing's working is the point.
Dawn's gonna ram it again with the flaming sphere.
There we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know why I had problems with that last session.
Yep, the flaming sphere, which will be that one. He does save.
He'll also hurl another flame into the midst of the whirlwind.
Indeed. But another enemy of the target is within 5 feet. Yeah. You don't already have disadvantage. Okay, so I'm gonna put the health from the sneak attack back. Go on. Go ahead. Sorry. So the fire... Is that the 7, is it? And then there was another 6 from...
And then only half of that 6, so it would have been 10 total fire damage between the two attacks.
Okay. So minus... got it. Alright. Thanks, Mary. I've updated its health based on that.
Lana's supposed to be at full health still due to evasion.
Ah. Cool. Very good.
Dawn is finished. Save me, Felice. I've left myself exposed.
Felice.
Yeah, so
You
Felice is in a heck of a position because she has forgotten how to cast her most useful spell for this situation, and nothing else is going to help. So she's retreating.
Okay.
She's gonna...
Felice, no! You were the chosen one!
I know, right? So off she goes down the corridor we came through.
You get...
Come on, Lana!
You get there, and then in the next second, you are here.
Oh, man. Oh, Fey magic.
As you suddenly realize that while this creature is alive, no one's getting away.
We can't retreat, Lana.
There's this little moment of like, ding, ding, someone's missing. Passion's all like, we stand together! Boom!
She runs
Flies
away,
disappears.
and then
Boom.
she just
Felice
appears back
disappears.
beside you again.
So,
I knew you weren't a coward.
You still have your action if you want to use it, Felice.
I guess we're gonna have to chip away at this thing. So she goes ahead and draws her short swords and just, I mean, she knows they're not gonna do anything, so
Yeah, they'll do half damage.
I guess she'll go ahead and she'll try to attack it.
All right.
I mean, better than nothing.
Sure. With disadvantage because it's still in a whirlwind.
Yeah, I could. Yeah. Well, I guess this. Okay, so what she's gonna do is she's not gonna try to stab at it so much as she's gonna try to use her short swords like bats to bat the coins away.
Okay, so what I'll do is this, though. If you would like to try and remember that spell, okay? Because it was just a one and I don't want to punish us too hard for ones, let's do this.
Just a one.
Let's do this. How about you make me an intelligence save?
Okay. Let's do that.
That sounds fair.
Okay. In this case, for this round, you haven't remembered the spell. However, there is the chance that you can in future rounds. I feel like that's the most fair. So in this round, you can try to attack it.
Okay. So let's go for it.
You absolutely hit it.
Oh, that's amazing. Now I get a good roll. So yeah, I mean, I kind of use the flat of my blades and go for it.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, yeah, you slash away and do a little bit of damage, and every little bit is a little bit, so that's good. All right. In its whirlwind form, it can squeeze in its whirlwind form. So it's going to do this. It's going to go across all of you to there. And it's going to come back. You're only going to need one dex.
There was like a shrill scream for a moment as I was like, "Shoo!"
You're only going to need one dex save, though, each, as it does that. So it's...
Only.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if it remained on the far side, just wait till Dawn sends the ball of fire after it to everyone as well.
Anna's gonna fail
that's
a dex save, I
15.
think. 12.
Now I didn't roll my offhand short sword yet.
Oh, okay. Quickly do that then. You won't hit it.
Alrighty, fair enough.
Right. So for those of you that failed. Oops, 10 plus.
Yep, so you won.
For those of you who failed, it's 36 damage. For those of you that succeeded,
18 half
it
damage.
is 18. And for those of you that failed, your most valuable item that you are holding gets whirled up into the whirlwind.
Bet you're wishing you had that 50-pound
You
sword
say
out now.
Or on you.
So
Let's
Oh,
see
well,
this.
Yeah,
What was
that
the
thing is
fail?
going down.
Most, so it has to be a visible item.
Mm-hmm. Lana's ring is gone, so he now has an AC of 17.
Okay, it is in the whirlwind, so you are able to get it back at a later stage.
Right. She is stabbing that thing even harder.
But that effect only happens if you did not save.
And what was the
Alright.
number for the save?
It is a DC 17.
And it's our second number that we go by, or the first number?
The first
So
number.
I think I failed, right? I got a 14.
Yeah, you would.
So I got a 23.
So it seems like
I'm confused about it having two numbers all the time. I don't.
It's got two numbers so that if there is advantage, you can use the second.
Oh, okay.
So it's always the first one,
Okay.
unless it's
So I did.
disadvantage, at which or advantage. Yeah, so it's there basically to give you two rolls in whatever case. If there's advantage or disadvantage,
Okay.
it's always there.
So I did succeed then,
Okay,
right? Because the 23 would be the number.
right.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
So you took
Lucky.
half, which is 18.
Okay.
Do I need to update you with that?
Apparently, yes.
Okay.
Guess it's-
Okay, that's fine. And Bastian's
Fine.
right on the edge of his health there. It is ending its turn back in the fire, Don.
Oh yeah.
Oh, at least. Okay.
11 with a dex save. It failed. Takes 11. Alright, yeah. You think maybe another round, at the most 2. Probably one more round will this creature might finally meet its demise. Bastian, with your 1 health, it is your turn.
You do it.
Beware that playing spear
Bastion
can hurt you too
drops.
if you end next to it.
Bastion drops a terrible, terrible curse in common that would make a sailor's ears curl
Nice.
as his belt of dwarven kind is ripped from his
Oh!
plate and thrown into the
No!
winds.
No, not the belt.
And furious at this, he'll begin casting. He will do a level 4 shatter on this coin gold elemental creature construct thing.
Okay.
Just updating the damage.
Yeah, definitely.
And he will roll this to such an effect that he will use his ability, Channel Divinity Destructive Wrath. You can use your Channel Divinity to wield the power of the storm with unchecked ferocity. When you roll lightning or thunder damage, you can use your Channel Divinity to deal maximum damage instead of rolling.
Oof.
So I'm going to go ahead and just roll the spell. Please ignore the damage as I roll maximum on that.
Okay. Okay. And it is a con save without advantage.
That did not come out right.
No, it didn't. 16, 24.
40 damage.
Yeah, that's it. He takes all of it. Describe how you kill him.
Yay!
Enough! My Morden's beards! Your ramshackling! And then curse, 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 curse. He just drops all these terrible, terrible curses about mothers and crosses being nailed to door fronts and entrails being eaten by children. And he ends it with, "Begone!" As he throws his hands up in the air and reality just cracks with a thunderbolt around this thing. As you can see the tiles shatter and the roof crack, stalagmites shatter as the spell goes off, and coins go everywhere.
Absolutely. Coins indeed go everywhere, and you're able to retrieve the items that were taken from you.
Bastion
and
will pluck that out of the
loot
air.
the horde.
Nice work, Bastion. Wow. That was
Whoa.
impressive.
That was. Ow. You doing okay there, Bastion? Imagine
His gears are
goes like a machine,
grinding.
barely
He's all
keeping it
beaten up.
together.
There's like coins embedded into him.
Indeed.
I'll live. Let us gather for a prayer of healing. Once I get my priesthood belt back on.
Oh, Lana will gather. Healing? What?
Okay. So, loot. As you guys rest, get this prayer of healing and so on. I'll let you roll that. You find some loot. This is what you find. 12,000 gold pieces, 2,200 platinum pieces, 10,000 silver pieces, and 1,500 electrum pieces. A coin sack of vacuum storage, which holds up to 313,007 coins. Wood framed painting, sable ribbon set with star rose quartz, a fine leather sash, leopard fur braces, a gold decanter, a fine cloth robe trimmed with sable, a silk coat trimmed with ermine, a carved ivory drinking horn inlaid with bronze, a sable ribbon inlaid with copper, and a fox fur belt, as well as an ebony rod.
Holy cow.
I guess Lana would be kind of gauging like what everyone's wanting to do. Like, are they? Is Dawn and Bastion and I guess Felice trying to take as much of this stuff as they can, or?
Bastion's digging through. Like, where's the diamonds? Where's the diamonds? No!
Felice is more interested in assessing whether they have any historical significance. And otherwise, she'd be looking to the group for.
Thank you for the healing.
New to the group, so she'd be looking around, seeing like, I don't know what you guys usually do when it comes to stuff like this. So, do you have a SOP for this?
I think Lana would like in response to just kind of be like, well, I'm not really in need, like, beforehand, yeah, I'd be all over this, but, I don't know, it's nice, but is this really, was that the monster that's been, I don't know, it's probably chump change, as Dawn put it.
This is the door prize, Lana.
Yeah, you have a feeling this is not the guardian that the gods kind of were erring and ahhing that you could defeat. And it doesn't seem like they would be erring and ahhing after this creature, even though it has hurt a couple of you a fair bit. It wasn't that difficult to bring down. Yeah, you're not feeling like that's it. You could leave with the treasure that you've got, however.
Well, that's fine with that. Let's grab our chump change and go. That was enough
You're
excitement
being such a party pooper, Lana.
Oh, I think I see what you've done, Felice. I think.
What I've done?
Your maximum health is what?
Let's see.
84?
84, I guess?
Right, and you're on 50. 60 with the healing.
I guess I should have filled in max health at...
Alright. So, from now on... So, okay. When you click on your token, you should see the 3 rings above you, right?
Right.
What happens if you edit the green ring now? If you click on it
Let's try it.
and say -10 or something,
Nothing.
and you press enter as well.
Yep.
Okay. I see that there's a formula there. That's very interesting. I'm gonna have to like edit that
Weird.
at another time because I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. I'll replace your token and do a fresh go over it. But for today, we'll just leave it because it's gonna take too much time. All right. So, you've looted all of that. You've got your items back and you've put them back on. You've had time for a short rest if you want one. And
Yes. Bastion will happily do that.
and you can have a chat as to what you want to do next. You can see all of this gold and items are spread all the way through 4 and 5 here. So this whole cavern is basically the treasure that you guys are picking up. And there's nothing else in here.
Don's gonna...
Sorry. Also, that coin sack of vacuum storage will suck up coins for you. So you don't have to pick them up individually. You can just basically just go zzz, and it'll vacuum them all up into it.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Because Eberron.
Yeah. Why not?
That is so convenient.
When we figure out we have that sack and that what it does, I want to see if I can use the sack to take to vacuum up the coins that Lana already has.
It'll be unattended coins that the magic will work on.
That makes sense. Don will be sad but understanding. Man, I was gonna walk around town. We'd fix all the wealth problems.
And the downside of this is the sound that the vacuum puts out upon sucking. It is that really high-pitched vacuum sound as it's going. Yeah.
That's terrific.
Around the 120 decibels or so.
Okay. Well, Don will play around with that and eventually suck up all the coins, and it's like, well, that's clever and convenient. Too bad we don't have a good way to carry the rest of this stuff. It looks pretty valuable.
Well, we do, actually. I just happen to have this handy sack that I put that crown in earlier, and I dig it out of my pack, and I show it to you. And we could put quite a bit in here without feeling like we're carrying a lot of stuff.
Yes, you can. The painting is too big for the sack, but not too big for the hole, the portable hole that Lana has. The rest of it looks like it should fit into the sack. the ribbon set, the sash, the braces, the decanter, the robe, the coat, drinking horn. Although someone might want to hold the drinking horn. Not looking at anyone.
In particular.
The ribbon, yeah, the belt, the ebony rod, yeah, all the rest of that should fit into that, but the framed painting will only fit into the portable hole, not the sack.
Elise,
Does
can you
the-
detect magic?
Sure. Would you like me to?
Oh, I wonder if some of the stuff might be magical. I don't know.
So obviously, well, yeah. How obvious is the coin sack? Like, would we have figured that out already the minute we handled it?
No, it's probably, you've looked at all of your loot, and it was a sack that maybe, you're like, what does this do? And it has like, it's not just a sack, right? It's got like a button on it, and you're like, ooh, what does this button do? And like, you press the button and it makes that horrible high-pitched, really loud noise, and you're like, huh? And then the coins start to like levitate off the ground and float into it, and you're like,
So I think
what?
if somebody would have been curious enough to do that.
That would have been Don. He said that he was like fiddling around with it, so.
Perfect. So then I think Felicia would say then, well, let's lay everything else out right here then, and away from these other things. And I tuck my bag of holding back into my bag,
Okay.
so it doesn't interfere with the spell.
Okay.
And I do. I'll cast detect.
The only item that you detect magic from is the carved ivory drinking horn.
Huh. Interesting.
And the type of magic that is coming from it, that's an interesting question, is, it's not evocation, it's not divination. I would say the closest match is conjuration magic coming from.
Bastion will try drinking out of the horn.
It's empty right now.
And he drinks out of it and it's empty. He looks at it, he says, no, this is useless. No endless supply of beer.
It's
Back in
magical
my
in
day.
some way. Why don't you try pouring? What happens if you pour some water in it?
Water.
Oil?
Yeah.
Bastion will take out a flask of oil, pour it into the horn, and try drinking out of it.
Okay, you're gonna drink oil? Okay, sure. You drink.
It's good for you.
You drink it, and the oil does not go down. You can see that at the very base of the drinking horn, right at the bottom, there is an inscription. And if you read the inscription, then the oil will drain. Until then, you have it's enough oil to fill the horn with each pour. So you'd have to pour it all out, tip it back up again, and then it refills when you've tipped it back up again, and then you can pour it out again until you read the inscription on the base, at which point it will drain and be empty again.
This is great stuff. Bastion will try dribbling a train of oil, or a chain of oil, through the Fey exit.
Yeah, you're able to
And
exit now.
Able to exit all the way back to the stage.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you don't know what it was that was causing you to bounce back, but apparently, while this creature, this golem, was alive, that's what kept you bouncing back. That's what it seems like, anyway.
Bastion comes back and he says, "I found out the trick! This horn is the key to allowing us to exit."
For those
Well,
of you with magical aptitude, you could make a Arcana check to figure more out than you know now. If you would like to, you don't have to. Otherwise, you are free to leave or continue exploring elsewhere if you would like.
Everyone got what they wanted.
So my suggestion, and I guess Don will say this, but it's more for me speaking as a character. I'll have Don hold on to the coins in the coin pouch because I think it's neat, and I can never remember your character's name. Feliz?
Felice.
Elise.
Felice.
And let's have Felice hold on to all the art stuff,
Yeah.
and we'll divvy it up after we finish the caves.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, we can worry about that at the ship. That sounds good.
And of course, Bastion can keep a hand on the drinking horn. Put magic items use right away, right?
Nice. So I pull everything out, tuck everything away. Can we take a quick break before we move on?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Cool. I have a anxious feline here who won't stop dancing around the desk.
Give me food, give me food, give me food, give me food.
Yeah, she's very demanding.
All right,
Alright,
we'll
I
take a
will
short break then. I will put us over to the Be Right Back screen. And yeah, we'll be right back, guys, in a couple of minutes. we are back with Return to Eberron, Cult of the Godseed. We have just looted a lot of art pieces and coins and interesting stuff. The golem that we were fighting is dead, and we're just deciding what happens next. Because you guys have finished a short rest, I need everyone please to make investigation checks for me.
Okie dokie.
16?
Did we just take a short rest?
Yes.
Bastion needed to take the coins out of his gears.
While people are investigating the room, Dawn's gonna spend a minute to summon a elemental.
Ooh.
I have that attentive awareness, and if I remember correctly, I did intelligence and wisdom on those, so my investigation gets double proficiency on that.
Okay, that's fine. You've succeeded, that's fine.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh. Oh, that's Lana I'm saying.
But it's going to be plus,
Yeah, that's fine.
what, 3? Another 3.
Alright. Good. Okay. So...
So Dawn is gonna...
And if I succeed by 5 or greater, I get an additional piece of info.
Cool.
Yeah.
So...
Oh, actually, I guess I don't have to pick the skills anymore because we're past 8th level.
So your
Cool.
here's your summon. How big is it?
10-foot cube.
10-foot cube.
So that make it a large creature.
Okay. And controlled by... Save. There you go. You should be able to move him around.
Nice.
Cool.
So Dawn takes a handful of sand and dirt and traces out some sigils on the ground. Says some more strange things in the lost Druidic language. Or not lost, he knows it. The hidden Druidic language. And the rocks kind of pull together until a shape kind of just merges up and out of the ground. Vaguely humanoid in appearance, yet unfinished. Not like a statue, more like a suggestion of a shape made of rocks.
So you want it to be like earth instead of fire? I can do that, I think.
It could be fire. I was thinking earth because that's just the element we have all around us right now.
Sure.
Yeah. I didn't have a particular desire for one. It just seemed to be the one that fit the setting.
Boom.
Ooh,
Look at that big boy. What a unit.
nice.
And I'll just get you to control and save. There you go.
Bastion will go around and he'll say, Morden's blessing be upon you, and upon you, and upon you. And he gets to the earth elemental and he'll say, and you, maybe another day. As
Nice.
he casts aid upon the 3 of you.
Okay. Nice. I still need Don to make an investigation check for me, please.
I'll do that now.
Okay. You've all succeeded.
Darn.
So you're sort of going through, during this rest, like when you finish your rest, you sort of leafing through the objects that you found and things like that, and everything seems to be there, and everything's good. You're all feeling a little more healthy than you were earlier. So what is next for us, guys?
Go back to the ship so we can get to the islands, right?
You're really funny, Lana. You should try this more often. You're good at it.
Lana, it's okay to be scared. It's facing your fears that matter.
Something you do notice, because you guys, at least Lana and Felice, did feel like you were teleported upon going through that tunnel. When you go through it again, and because Bastion's leaving coins behind and things to track your progress, about halfway through that tunnel, you will hit that teleport. And so when you hit the teleport, Bastion, and you look behind you, the trail of coins is not there. It's just a tunnel. And when you step back through that place, and I'll draw it, then you can see the coins again. It's just here.
What happens if I splash oil through the apparent barrier?
Oil passes through it, so you can't see it on one side go through, but when you step through to the other side, you see that it has indeed gone through. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the illusion
So it kind of disappears midair.
Yeah, the illusion shows an unsullied hallway or corridor of rock, and when you step through, indeed the oil has gone through to the teleported side.
And then just making sure you all mark the extra 5 HP for aid.
Ooh, thank you.
I do.
Okay. Anything else that you want to do? Obviously, you're heading out. Some of you want to explore more by the sounds of it, and some of you want to just go back. We don't have
John's
a
ready to.
deciding
John's interested
vote.
in exploring more. Sorry, I'll let you go.
That's okay. We don't have a deciding vote anymore because Silas sort of was the one that said, let's continue on. He's not here today. What is Felice feeling at the moment?
She's kind of excited at the idea of learning more about the Fae, but she's also concerned because Bastion took a beating and she didn't fare so well either, so...
But you do have this elemental that is now with you.
Kind of bolstered her. So she...
Don will say, let's put it to a vote again. All in favor of continuing, raise your hand. He and the elemental raise their hands.
And Felice kind of slowly and reluctantly raises her hand.
Okay. Well, it looks like...
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. So you can... I'll put you all in... Sorry, I'm going to take you all. So I'm just going to put all of the tokens. And I'll just drag you all. Oops. Don't mind me dragging you through walls.
Ow! 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 Ow!
Alright. And I'll put you down here, which is the entrance to the second lot of tunnels. And let's separate everyone again. There you go. Alright. So you are where you are. You see what you see.
Let's go to that one just a little further down. The number 9 on the map.
Okay.
Anyone else?
So can you actually see the number 9 on the map?
Yes,
yes.
you can see the number.
Huh. You shouldn't be able to.
It's part of
Yeah.
dark vision.
We've been seeing.
I think that rock between us and the 9 didn't block line of sight at all.
Okay. Interesting.
Like to
Might
see.
do-
I don't have dark vision, but I could see
What
the
about now?
numbers. I can't
Well,
see
now
anything.
that everything went black.
Everything went black.
Yep.
The world is
man.
darkness.
Okay. I'd rather that we see than not see. Okay. Well, we'll just pretend. It's better for players to have sight, and obviously anything that's new, your characters are seeing for the first time. So.
All right, what's this new cave look like?
So going into 9 and into 6, both of those entrances. Okay. So the entrance into 6 is just sort of, rocky. You can hear from where Lana is the sound of maybe animals coming from inside the cave, but from where Lana and Felice are, it's too unclear to even make a check to determine what it is, because it's a fair way in, but you can hear sounds from inside the cave. And where Lana and Felice are also, it's a rocky entrance, and because of the way that everything's set out there, you can't see clearly down into 6 because of where the rocks are. You can't draw a line of sight from the entrance. Where Bastian and Don are, you guys are experiencing a fairly foul smell coming from where number 9 is, down that way. It's fairly foul, but you're outside right now. You feel like if you went inside, the smell's gonna get worse, and the closer you get to it, the more it's gonna impact you. But you can just smell it. Make perception checks, either of you or both of you, if you would like to see.
I would rather stop breathing.
Someone can at least do that.
You
Rest of us have.
can do so. Yeah. With a 25, you smell shit. Poo. Feces.
There's something. This way is fairly unclean. Perhaps we should focus on the other cave and avoid this one if we can.
I'm
I
putting 2
agree.
and 2 together. You heard what sounded like maybe animals. You smell feces. You think it's probably gonna be.
This cave is occupied.
Yup.
Back to the other cave then. We'll leave nature in peace for now.
Okay.
Where are we going?
So
guys?
you want to go up into 6?
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. So we can do so.
No luck? No luck that way, boys?
That side seems to be occupied.
Well, this
Perhaps
side,
best to avoid it unless we feel we really must.
this side might be too. We heard stuff in
Yeah.
there, but we can't tell what
I
we're
think
hearing.
it could just been the way the wind or just
Whistling
sound in
through
general
the.
off the walls.
Mm-hmm. Well, Bastian's making his way in.
Well, he's cold, is it?
So, in number 6, because now you can see in there are several control panels in here, which I'll quickly make shapes for. There's a control panel here. There's a control panel here. There's a control panel here. And a control panel here. They have levers on them. And beside each of the levers is a number. It's going to be, just for sake of ease, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's unclear without checks to see what the levers are there for, except that Bastian can now see sort of into 7. He can't see everything there, but he can see that the way there is blocked by these iron gates that sort of block your way into 7. Like that.
Huh. I see a bunch of levers.
What does this one do? Don will throw number 3.
Oh,
Dawn.
Alright,
The levers, they meant to be moved, right?
right.
Well, it's generally wise to check them out first,
So
Dawn. I mean, really?
Number
You're so impulsive.
number
What are we gonna
3
do with
will
you?
open up. It's going to be really hard to show you which one's been opened. This one's been opened there. It's north of you.
How about you just use a different color for opened ones?
Alright, I'll go like blue or something. Alright.
I heard something, but I don't see anything from here.
From here, it looks like the most northern one opened up. Good move, Dawn. Let's
Gives
go
you a thumbs
investigate that way.
So you can see through the bars because it's like prison bars, just iron bars. You can see through. On the other side of the bars are various animals and creatures inside a pen that is opened by all these levers.
Might
Oh,
be a good idea not to let any of them out, Dawn.
well, they're in pens. Here, let me let me ask them.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn's gonna cast Speak with Animals. I'll give the description 1 sec.
You sent me a PM. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm trying to pull up the rules for it.
Is that Yep. Speak with animals. Yeah. So what do you want to say?
Let's see. You said it was the number 7 or the north one that there were animals?
Yeah, so 7 and 8 are all like both areas have animals in them.
All right. Don will go up to the one on 7 and greet them and ask how did they come to be penned in such a place. And
The creatures reply in like they're fearful, not of you, but of something else. And so you can sense that and hear that in their voices. And they say that they lost their way and they just woke up or came into consciousness in these pens, and when they poop, the poop disappears and they can't get out, and that every day more animals appear, but every day more animals disappear from these pens. They don't know where they go or what is happening. And they don't have anything to eat. And they're just lost and don't know what the hell is happening.
Who are you?
oh, what kind of animals are they? Is it?
Oh man, really?
Okay.
They're not
Donald
eating each other, if that's what you mean. We'll
Is it
call
like-
them herbivores for you, if you like.
All right. The Donald asked them if they're let's see how to say this. He says that they're on an island right now, and tried to figure out if that where they came from was also the island or if they came from elsewhere.
It seems like, and you saw animals up. I didn't describe it because it wasn't important at the time. You saw lots of animals up on the surface, and they've come from there.
All right. Donald will speak reassurance to them and move over to talk with the ones and 8 as well to see if they're the similar story from them as well.
Yeah. All of them respond in the same fashion. None of them know what's happening. They're all kind of scared. They haven't eaten, and they're asking if they can get out.
Yeah, Donald similarly reassures and says that he will do what he can as a guardian of nature. He'll at that point return back to the party and kind of translate for them somewhat of what he had learned and the animals, what they know of their state. And fellows, we must do what we can to free these animals. This is cruel and unnatural.
No living thing should be caged.
One thing that you do notice, having talked to them and approached them, each of the animals that you see is a very standout example of its species, as in attractive for that species.
And that goat over there,
like pristine looking in comparison to others of its species. Yes.
Bastion narrows his eyes. I want that goat.
It's a fine looking goat. Probably one of the finest looking goats you've ever seen.
Is it big enough to be ridden?
No.
Depends on how big you are.
Adjustments can be made.
That goat is its own goat.
Police inspects the lever that Dawn pulled,
Yeah.
knowing what door it opened,
Mhm.
trying to see if there's any correlation that might give her a clue as to, what the others might do.
I mean,
Boom.
it opened that gate.
Right. So she's looking for something that would tell her that that's what it was going to do. Like, if there's an inscription or
Well, it's got a number on it. The number 3.
Got the number 3. Okay. And that's all she finds. All right, then she'll go to another one. She'll go over here to 4. And kind of do the same thing. She just wants to see if there's any way to tell what will open. And by the way, does she see there's no door here where there appears to be a gap?
That is not an opening.
Okay.
As per usual, I've taken a map from somewhere and I'm using it for my own purposes.
Sure. No problem. Okay. Good. That's good. I'm glad to hear that, actually.
So, again, there's the number 4 on it. Without collaboration, there's no way to tell what number 4 will open, but you can assume that it will open one of these gates. With collaboration between you and someone that was investigating or looking at even one of the bars, they would find a similar number on each of the sets of bars that would match the number.
Dawn, did you notice anything on the gate up there that opened?
Did he? He was kind of focused on the animals.
He was focused on the animals, so no, he wouldn't have noticed.
Okay.
Nothing, please. Just animals in here, Felice.
So now that she brings it up, Bastion will look. He has the goggles of the eagle, or eyes of the eagle, which gives him an advantage on site-based perception checks.
Yep.
Allows him to see things up close that are otherwise far away.
Yep. So I put the numbers that refer to each lever on each of the sets of bars.
Bastion will point to them and it'll say, there's a 3 here, that's the opened one. Then beyond that's the 5 and the 4 and so forth. He goes down the numbers, listing the other ones he can see.
I think you're overthinking this, Felice. Perhaps we just throw all the levers.
I will.
I think Felice is onto something.
I will start with the one where I know he talked to the critters. So I guess that's 2. This is 1, or no, this is 2.
Yeah, so you would need to open 1 and 2 to get access into 7.
Oh, this is 1 right here. So yeah, I'll go do both of those.
All right. So they open and the creatures can roam free, and they will do so.
Be free, my friends. Be free, the gentle creatures of nature. Live well. Live free.
Bastion. I want that goat. Where's the rope?
As they're moving, one of them poops, and the poop, when it lands, completely disappears.
Maybe this explains what happens to the
that's
Silas. Bad joke.
So, have these 2 levers, Dawn. Did you? Are there more gates?
Yeah. There's another set of room to the north of me. You're able to open the 2 to the east, though.
All right. So I will go and open the last 2.
Yeah, and again, they will be free to roam, and they will do so.
You have been freed, little creatures. Be free.
And again, as they wander out, now that all of the party member will sort of see them wandering around, you will all notice that they are indeed very, very standout specimens for their species.
Kind of seems like they're being collected. Like, aren't they kind of all remarkably special?
Lana
I
reflects
just
on.
look around at everybody like,
It just seems really weird if they are being collected that we haven't ran into a keeper.
I want that goat.
But yeah, we probably do want to go because if there's probably gonna be someone or more people or things, and let alone that cryptic guardian sound, and we probably really don't want to be here. Like we're already taking stuff that isn't technically ours, and it's probably technically not theirs either. But can we just go while we're ahead?
Lana does have a point.
Sure, whatever, Lana. Let's keep going.
Let's go into the scary, crazy cave.
I don't know. I think you have a point, really. I mean,
But Lana, the next cave smells like poo.
yeah, so the poo's disappearing
I
from
don't
here,
get-
and you're smelling poo over there.
So
What's
maybe
happening
that's
to the poo?
poop deck or whatever. They have magic to help keep their cages clean, which I guess it kind of explains why there's a lack of keepers here. But
Is that all that you noticed over there? Just the smell of poop?
There was yet another opening further down again that they didn't investigate, but yes, going up into 9, that is what they smell, yes.
Well, there was another cave beyond Cave 9. Don't know why I'm calling it that.
The 9th cave of which we have found.
I'm not anxious to wander in behind any of these areas, I know that. So maybe we should go check that out if you aren't ready to leave.
It'll be fine, Lana. It'll give you something to write home about.
Bastion points to his eyes and points at the goat. I'll be back for you.
Dawn, you could send your friend.
He'll be a poop golem then.
Yeah, I mean, I'll let you take the golem through. I don't know if you've got like seeing, or if you can see through its eyes, or if it can report back to you.
No, there's no. I can give it orders, but it doesn't talk to me or give me view or anything like that.
All right.
So, Dawn will explain as such that it is merely a helper he is summoned from the earth elemental plane, and not a familiar. It's not dirty wizard magic tricks.
Well, going back's starting to sound better by the minute.
Thank you.
Alright, so you're not gonna get all the way back to the outside here. Instead, you are teleported. So, let me...
Have the little creatures that have been wandering out been teleporting in as well?
They have not been teleporting. or teleported, but you have. And I'm going to put you in number 10 here.
Teleporting
Not
goat.
again.
Bah.
I look at Lana, I'm like, it happened again.
Zoop.
Lana just has that, like, face of, yep. Frickin' of course. And she's just not saying anything. Just,
Yeah. So you can
all
smell poo coming from the south of you now. And the room that you are in now,
How strong is the smell?
pretty strong now that you're inside 10.
Lana's gagging.
Absolutely, she is gagging. In fact, I'll get everyone to roll a Constitution save. Please.
Sorry,
I'm
everybody.
not breathing.
Thanks a lot. No.
You can keep.
I like to think of it more as Constitution saves from Dawn and Felice are gonna be because Lana started throwing up, so they're like, oh my gosh, oh gosh.
Oh, gross.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Wow, that's foul.
Alright. So, are you actually gonna cast Gust of Wind, Stephen?
Yes. Donald cast Gust of Wind to try to clear out some of the air.
Yeah, so that would give the checks advantage.
Nice.
That happened after Lana started. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah.
So, you all can have the advantage.
Right. So, yeah, Lana's gagging. The rest of you are okay.
hold up on that
Don's not feeling well, but he's okay. You think if you approach south, you're probably gonna gag too. But this room, so all around this room, the cave walls are crawling with worms.
Hold up, I can't cast it. I gotta keep concentration to keep the elemental. So no Gust of Wind, sorry.
Oh, is that another concentration spell? It is. Okay.
Yes.
That's okay. So in that case then, Dawn, you are also feeling sick.
Oh no.
Yeah, and this whole room, every surface that you see is pretty much covered in squirming worms.
Yeah,
Alright, let's poke the problem. Bastion will hold up his holy symbol and cast. I really should come up with these before I start talking. Cast his cantrip Sacred Flame on the worms. Be purged!
A column of worms perishes in sacred flames.
Take that, worm.
And then the worms that surround that column, that were taking up the space, all kind of fill the space that just got purged.
Oh.
Well, I guess we know how they get rid of the poop. Maybe we should move on.
Which direction? Bastion cast Sacred Flame again.
Good question.
Let's go north.
What could happen? Alright. So,
Yeah, sure. Let's go north.
indeed. Let's see here. Okay, so yes, you head north, and you will see what I'm about to show you.
I knew worms were evil. I knew it!
So, this is a many tentacled, purple skinned octopus creature with snail shell like things all on its back, all the way over its back. As you round the room and see it. And everyone within 20 feet of Bastion needs to make a charisma save, please.
Seven.
Okay. Zoop. Zoop.
What?
14.
Okay. You two are okay. The Earth Elemental needs a save as well. Do you want me to get the stats for that, or are you...
Let's see. I have it up. It's charisma would be -3.
Zip. As you are pulled out of your control toward it. Roll initiative.
Oh yeah.
Hang on. Let me... So, that's fine. I will get rid of these old ones.
Those are the stats I'm looking at, by the way.
Chris 5, that's fine. Bastion 19, that's fine. Lana. And we're going to add. And D20, and it's going to be +2. 17. So is that everyone? Yeah, looks like it. Did you roll initiative, Lana?
I did, but at the time I hadn't selected my character, so now I
Now
know.
we go. All right, so we will put them in descending order. And Lana, you are going first.
So she was outside the thing, got teleported suddenly into the thing because she had to make a save due
Yes.
to Bastion.
Yeah, Bastion appeared and it basically cast a. It wasn't a spell; it was an ability that basically pulls everything within 20 feet of its target to it. So you're actually engaged with it.
Right. Lana is kind of dizzily gathering herself real quick and just the mass confusion of just like what the heck just happened and trying to still just get some non-crappy air. And once she's taken a moment, she's whipping out, or not really whipping out, but it's right there. But here's a dagger, pokety poke.
Okay.
Does she yell that? Please tell me she yells that.
Pokety poke! 17 to hit.
Okay, yes, you
Awesome.
will
Done.
hit.
Thank you for being right there for sneak attack damage. So that'll be 28 pokety damage.
Okity. I like it.
Or piercing. And she's going to disengage. Don't forget that, Mary. 1, 2, 3.
No, Lana, don't leave me.
You're on your own. Trust me, it's better this way. I can't take a hit.
So, and that's a bonus action to disengage, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm getting better at playing a rogue.
Very good. And then that's the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. It is going to use its lair action now. Let's see. And that is going to be... that's going to hit Don and his elemental. And I need for them both, please, to make me wisdom saves. If you have any bonuses to saves against being charmed, then that will help.
Checking. I remember druids get something at some point. I don't think I'm high enough level for it yet, though.
Okay. So both of you then are charmed. While charmed in this way, you try to get as close to the creature as possible, using your actions to dash until you are within 5 feet of the creature. You can repeat your saving throw at the end of each of your turns, and whenever you take damage, ending the effect on yourself if you succeed. If a creature's saving throw is successful, or the effect ends, you then have advantage on saving throws against this ability from then onwards.
Ah, I found it. When I reach level 10, I can't be charmed or frightened by elementals or fae. And I'm immune to poison and disease.
Not an elemental nor a fae. So unfortunately, in this case, that awesome ability will not come into play. So basically, you have to spend your actions, if you are away from the creature, moving toward the creature. Though you can use any actions once you're there in any way that you desire. Okay. Very good. So that was its lair action. Now, Bastian, it's your turn.
Stand behind me! I'll let that sink in for a second.
No, love squid.
As he goes ahead and casts Guiding Bolt on the squid snail thingy.
Okay. (26) versus armor class.
Or Radiant.
Okay. You will hit it with that 26, doing 10 damage to it. It is not vulnerable to radiant damage. However, the next attack against it will be at advantage. Is there anything else that you would wish to do?
Just moving forward and behind cover.
Okay. Forward and behind cover. Sounds good. And then it's the creature's turn, not its lair turn. So now it gets its actions. 1, 2, 3. That sounds good. It's going to cast Chain Lightning.
Oh.
Oh. Wizard. Which is going to hit Dawn, Earth Elemental, Bastion, and Felice. You can all make dex saves. That's a save for Stephen, for Don rather. That's a fail for Felice. It's a fail for Bastion. That's 10. Those that failed take 48 lightning damage. Those that succeeded take 24. That's spellcasting. Okay. That's that. It's done its action. That's all that it can do this turn. So we go to Dawn.
Ow.
Indeed.
Let's see here. Are we having the Earth Elemental share a turn with me?
Yeah, that would be the easiest.
All right, we'll have him make his melee attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have a stuff set up for this.
So being in melee, I'll give you a choice. You can attack the creature's skin or body, or you can attack the creature's back, which is covered in snail-like shells.
Interesting. Earth Elemental's going to go for body with both his slam attacks.
Okay. Oof.
Wow.
Okay.
At least he's consistent.
Does your elemental have reach?
Reach of 10 feet.
Oh, actually, it was the next character to make an attack, so the first one would have been made with advantage.
Which would be 10. So you can make your second attack now. Oh, man. What is going on? What is with your dice?
All right, I got to do a test.
Roll another one. I mean, this is... There we go.
Okay, it's not broken. It's just bad luck.
It's just very bad. Your elemental tries so hard, so hard to attack this
Dawn's
creature.
not mad at you. He's just disappointed.
But yes, it does not succeed.
Let's see. What do I want Dawn to do? Donald summon another ball of fire as previous. I believe this gives an attack of opportunity.
Okay. It'll be with a tentacle. Okay. Roll d20 plus tentacle 6. 13 to hit you.
I save. AC of 15.
Excellent. So it's going to also roll a dex save.
Knock that tentacle away with the shield. No, thank you.
Plus 2. And does it have... No. Okay. It takes full damage from that.
Whew.
Which is 8, wasn't it?
8 fire damage.
Yep, he takes 8 fire damage. Burnies. Now, is that sort of centered on his body or his back?
Donald throw it onto the body.
Okay. Very good. And that's your turn, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I guess he'll stay there instead of trying to walk away.
Okay. Felice. And you can make that save again now, Don, at the end of your turn as well. Go ahead, sorry.
Okay, that's alright. So, can we, like, I'm assuming there's stalagmites and stalactites here? But is that...
So the things that you see are just columns of rock that go all the way from the ground to the roof. But if you would... I'm going to say this is the creature's lair, and there are no stalactites nor stalagmites.
Okay. So then she's going to she's going to fire at it with her her bow.
Alright, I'm going to need you to probably move to a better position to see it. Maybe just behind Bastion would be a good place, because that gives you a pretty clear line of sight. From where you are, it's a bit difficult there. You would get disadvantage. From just behind Bastion, you can do so without disadvantage.
Do that. And,
yeah.
Alright. She gets 2 attacks.
The first will miss.
Okay.
And the second will miss.
Alright. And I'm gonna continue moving then and get behind.
Okay.
And that's it for...
Very good. Lana. Who is muted?
Oh, goodness, you guys couldn't even hear my evil laughter. Well, Lana's gonna kind of, peek around the corner like, okay, it's still there, yep, I heard lightning, and we'll go up and we'll engage once again to stabby stab.
Okay.
For 29 does hit, so that's 10 plus. Thank you, people, for being close at hand. So 25 points piercing damage.
25.
And she's going to disengage once again back to her safety spot behind the rock. You guys got this, right?
Don groans. Bane.
Alright, it's lair action. It's going to do its hypnosis in a cone towards Lana. Lana, I need you please to make me a wisdom save.
Does that go around the rock thing?
It goes through the rock, yes.
16.
Ooh, sucks to be you, Lana.
It's okay. She's just. It's gonna be. It's a wisdom save. I'm gonna be possessed, and then I'm gonna just start stabbing.
Yeah. With that, you do also spend your turns moving toward it, and you can't move away with your bonus action or disengage or whatever else until you save.
Okay. So, on my turns, I have to move towards it.
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah, you can do any other actions, you just need to move toward it.
She'll be stabbing the crap out of this guy now.
Bastian.
Enough! Bastion clings on his shield and stomps his feet, and the echoing comes together to create a earth-shaking shatter as he casts Shatter and maximizes the damage
Alright.
with his channel divinity. This is a level 5 Shatter.
How many times can you use Channel Divinity in a long rest? Per long rest? I think
Twice.
Twice, okay. And is Shatter a save?
Shatter is a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
I'm not sure how that'll go against the shelled creatures.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
With advantage. Okay, so he succeeds.
So that would be 24 damage then.
No. You are instead targeting Don with that.
No, I'm squishy.
So Don, you need to make a save against Bastion's DC. And you will take 30 thunder damage. Or 48. You maximized it.
Yep.
Yeah.
That just happened.
Ooh, Donnelly is at 25 right now, before the damage.
Okay, so you will fall unconscious and one of the shells on the creature's back will burst.
What? Impossible! My spell!
It has 2 shells left on its back.
Also, this means I lose concentration on my elemental spell.
Oh, Ellie goes away.
Actually, I just lose control of him. He's now hostile to
Everything?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, but he's closest to the creature, so, I mean, that's probably
Hulk smash!
not the worst thing that could happen. Okay. So, you're unconscious. And Bastian, you do notice that the creature has reflected the spell. And you believe that by bursting one of its shells, it has given itself advantage on the save. Is that the end of your turn, Bastian?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay, it is its turn. And it's it is going to make. Let's see. 2 bite attacks and 1 tentacle attack against Lana.
Lana, no.
So I'll just roll all 3 here. So it's going to be plus 6. So the first 2 are bites, and the last one is tentacle. $25, and then 11, and then 9. So 1 bite hits. D2 plus 2. So 6 points of damage.
What? Ah, that hurt.
And it was a bite that hit you. Could you also please make me a dex save?
Alright, so that's 16.
The DC against this creature is 17. So you don't save. A tentacle comes out of the ground. A purple tentacle. Right next to you. And hits you for 8 points and grapples you. You are restrained.
Bugger.
And that's its turn. Don, I need a death save from you, please. This would be...
How do you whisper a roll?
Oh, Yep, I'll find out.
I mean, I guess I could just do it in chat, but I always think it's the rest of the party not knowing adds a little bit.
Sure. Okay. Roll 20 whisper. I'm just gonna quickly Google it here. Text chat whisper type /W. DM. And if you just yeah,
I got it.
yeah. DM.
That's horrible or terrific.
I mean, okay. Yeah. So. Yeah.
I got the rules.
Yeah. Okay, so that happened. Don is still on the ground, bleeding, and it is Felisa's turn.
Okay, well. Oh boy. Felice, uses a bonus action to cast Naring Strike.
Okay.
Oops, wrong level. Be strong enough. And then she's going to attack with her bow again. So I can't tell. I guess I'd have to step out to here, wouldn't I?
It saves against the restrained, but it takes the damage.
Okay. And then I quickly fire 2 arrows.
Neither of which hits.
Man, I'm just. And crap. I don't know. I start running forward to try to assist Lana, pulling out my short swords as I go.
Okay. Lana.
Yes.
You are restrained by a tentacle that's come out of the ground. What do you wish to do?
Well, she wants to get closer to the creature, right?
You are close enough that you don't have to move.
Well, if she's close enough and she wants to get closer, unfortunately she does not have anyone nearby, but she's still, or I think she's going to use her action actually to trigger the poison on her poison dagger to coat, and so.
All right.
Yeah. And I guess, I don't know, would a disengage work? Like, she'd have to spend an action, though, for getting out of her restraint.
Yeah, so it says here, starts its turn, creature restrained can use its action to make a strength or dexterity check, your choice, against the DC to free yourself. So it's an action to free yourself.
Okay. Well, I guess she's sticking around.
Alright, and you're making an attack with your poison dagger?
I don't think I can. I'm pretty sure I read the poison dagger, you have to spend an action to activate.
Right, okay. So you're activating it, ready for next turn.
Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to really start trying to make sure things get dead.
Okay. And it's lair action now. Okay. It's going to cast darkness.
Oh, great.
I attack the darkness.
With what?
Like that.
Apparently it doesn't like me.
That's its lair action. Bastian. You are in darkness. Your dark vision does not penetrate the darkness.
I'm blind! Ah! It's not the direction I want to go in. Bastion will stumble forward. Step out of the darkness.
Yep.
And he'll see Dawn and he'll see the thing. Say, Dawn, up on your feet!
Donald
And
gurgle unconsciously.
He will cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Let me make sure I got this right. Healing Dawn for 5 HP.
Okay. Done. You heal for 5 HP.
I'm back just barely.
Then
Donald.
Bastion will move and will attempt to hold up his holy symbol and say, "Be gone!" as he casts Sacred Flame.
Which is a save.
Cantrip. It is a save. Dex saving throw, or take 7 radiant.
Okay, he takes 7 radiant.
Excellent. And that's Bastion's turn.
It is its turn. He is going to go back to this spell list. He is going to cast Lightning Bolt. That will hit Lana and Felice. You need dex saves, please. Lana, you are restrained, so it's disadvantage for you.
Alright. Yoo! Alright, come on, another high roll. Bugger!
Oh! That's a bad time to roll a 1 after you've just rolled a 20. Okay.
Got him in max, right?
What's that?
Got him in max it, right?
Right, yeah, I mean, of course. Alright. So, Felice, you're taking half damage. And Lana, you also take half damage because of evasion.
Thank goodness. Haha.
So, it's 13 each.
Ow!
And Lana, because you rolled a 1, whatever your next attack is will be at disadvantage. Because you're sort of like a little bit dazed.
Yeah.
So it's just disadvantage on your next attack. And that is its turn. Dawn, you are up, barely.
Donald kind of half sit up, warily eye the earth elemental, eye the tentacle beast. Maybe this fight's not going so well. What's the action economy for drinking a potion?
I think it's an action, but I will double check that here. I'm fairly certain the character who drinking a potion requires an action.
Alright. I have a serious health potion. I'll use my action to drink that. And I believe I can use my move to stand. But it should end at that, if I remember the rules. And luckily, the Flaming Sphere doesn't require concentration, so he should still be hanging around. So I'm going to direct it to whiz around the corner and into the beast.
The Flaming Sphere, yeah.
Yeah, if I could get a token for that, it'd be nice.
This one's still there.
I'm going to throw it up into... I'm going to have it actually hit the things back this time. Let me roll for it.
Alright, I will make a dex save. Oof. He saves. And the Flaming Sphere instead will target Lana and will go here.
Oh no.
Lana, you
Lana,
need a dex
okay.
save with disadvantage because you are restrained. Okay.
So that's 22.
Alright, so you take half damage, which is 6 fire.
I take no damage.
You take no damage because you're a rogue. Cool.
The potion is... I have it marked as a serious healing potion. Do you know what the healing on that would be, Matt?
I will find out. Serious.
I imagine it'd be cure serious wounds, so 3d8 plus 1 for caster level.
I don't think they're d8s. I think they're multiples of d4s. If I remember right.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't drunk one of these before.
Which
Looted
one
it
is
in
it?
previous. Serious health potion.
Why so
We have that, you know, the compendium or whatever's there. Oh, that one didn't come up though. Not everything apparently in there.
Yeah. Okay. Let me consult Google.
Potion of healing.
Potion of
Yeah, I don't see that one.
serious healing. Superior? I'm gonna say probably superior healing rather than serious.
I'm okay with whatever. That's all the notes I have on it.
All right, let's call it that for today. 8d4 plus 8.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. 28 health back. Very
All right,
good.
out of actions. Is he still charmed?
Gonna say no.
All right.
And I'm gonna say that the effect ended, so you have advantage on it if he tries it again on you. And it ended because you fell unconscious.
Aha! My clever plan.
Your clever plan of falling unconscious and nearly dying.
How do you like my "Your Thunderwave My Face" style?
Very nice. I'm guessing that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Sure. Felice, it is your turn.
So, does the flaming sphere negate the darkness?
Yes, it is bright light for 20 feet around it, and then
That's
low
what
light
I
for
hoped.
further outside of that.
Plus, the darkness isn't where the flaming sphere is.
Oh wait, you meant the magical darkness.
Yeah, the thing cast, because...
It does not negate the magical darkness.
So, I can't see right now.
Yeah, you can.
I can't.
The darkness is to your right.
Perfect. Okay.
It's over here.
Then I am going to start hacking away at this tentacle with my...
Yep. Now, when Felice starts her turn, in 5 feet of that, does it do anything? When you move the sphere, you can direct it per 5 feet. Any creature that ends its turn within 5 feet. Okay, that's fine. Yep. So just don't end your turn within 5 feet of it.
Okay. So I have to like move back to where I was, I guess, after.
Yeah,
Alright.
either toward the creature or away from the creature. Yeah.
So, alright, so my swords. Here's the first one. Second one.
Yep. So you'll hit
That
with
one's a
the
miss.
first one. Yep.
And then the second attack, do I roll that the same as the offhand one without the bonus?
Um. It. Yeah, but you rolled a 1 on it.
Yeah, but I get 2 attacks at this level too.
Right.
So I have the dual weapon, and then
you technically.
so I do the.
Yeah. So your second attack will be short sword, not offhand short sword.
Oh, okay, so it's this one. I'll do it one more time. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
So you did another 4 damage to it. Your offhand weapon, you throw it instead
Okay.
of hitting it because you rolled a 1. And it sort of goes flying into the darkness.
Okay.
So you no longer have that offhand weapon
Okay.
at the moment. Anything else you want to do?
Just move back.
Well, you would have to be here, really, or here in order to make those melee attacks.
Oh, well, I was just trying to attack the tentacle that was holding Lana.
Ah, okay. Yeah, you can do that. That's fine. And then where do you
So
want
I
to move
really-
to?
So I would just, disengage back to where I was.
Yeah. And you did 9 damage in total. Alright.
Nice.
That's literally 1 point away from that tentacle disappearing. Okay. Cool.
So close.
So that is your turn, Lana. You're up.
Yay!
And you have disadvantage on your attack because you rolled a 1 on your save last
We're
turn.
gonna- We'll see what we can do though. As she swings, hopefully, very accurately with a 23 to hit. Woohoo!
Yeah, absolutely.
10 points of piercing plus 9 points, or a DC 15 con save, otherwise 9 points of poison damage, as well as I believe there's a friend nearby, so sneak attack.
Yep.
Alright,
dashing
so that is
nearby.
29 points of piercing plus 9 points of poison. As Lana is just absolutely pissed, and now she gets to make this dex saves at disadvantage because of the flame, right?
Yes, you've ended your turn there. Yes.
Yep. So 21. No, not 21. 25.
So you're
20
fine.
for
You're good.
dex.
Yep. Somehow, even though you're still restrained, you managed to
I
get
just have this vision of her
far
like,
enough away.
hitting the wall, falling on the floor, just rolling around like a crazy acrobat. Just like, well, I'm stuck here. I'm going to make use of this tentacle.
Yeah. All right. Then it's lair action. It's going to move the darkness
Move the darkness. That sounds great.
to here.
The darkness, it moves.
So Lana and Felice, you are both in darkness. That's its lair action. Bastion.
I'm gonna whack it with my hammer.
Okay. Are you going for its body or a shell?
Gonna go for its body. and I will empower it with thunder damage. Does a 24 hit?
Absolutely. Okay, you hit it, and even though you hit the body, one of the shells breaks as it regains health because you brought it down to 0. It regains half of its health. And then takes the rest of the damage that you dealt. And it only has one shell left on its back. Do you have a second attack?
I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Healing Word on myself,
Very good.
and that will be my turn.
Okay. It is its turn. It is going to cast Lightning Bolt, which is going to target Bastion and Dawn. I need dex saves from both of you, please. That's a fail. That is a success. So, Bastion, you'll take half damage. Is it 8d6 or 6d8? It is 8d6. And this is lightning damage. So Don, you take 32, bringing you down to 1. And Bastion, you take 16. And that is its turn. And it's costs 2 of those. Okay. It is Don's turn.
Well, first he'll direct the his flaming sphere to slam into the creature.
Okay. It fails. So you will be able to direct it how you wish to.
There's good.
Okay.
He'll eye the earth elemental warily. How's it? What does it look like it's up to?
So it's done absolutely nothing since you lost control of it. It's just stood there, not exactly twiddling its fingers, but it's neutral, so it's just doing nothing. It's not attacking anyone. It's just standing there, looking around, wondering how it got here, and you could. I'll allow perhaps an action to make maybe a nature check or something like that to resume control over it, since you are the one that summoned it. I would allow that.
Well, let's give it a shot. Dawn likes risks.
Absolutely. You have control. Hey. And even, you know what? Because that's a crit, you can make it do whatever you want now. where it would have taken, it would be next round before you could sort of command it, but it will do your bidding this round because of that critical, and I'm going to give it advantage on its checks because of that critical as well.
Nice.
Just for this round, though.
It's gonna make its double attacks. I'll write that out. And that's with the 10-foot reach.
Yep, 18 will hit. The 12 will not. But you have advantage as well, so you can roll that second attack again too. And that will hit as well. And is that against a shell or is that against the body?
One attack against the shell, the next one against the body.
Okay.
I'll split.
Okay. So you did. So that'll be +1. All right. The shell is bloodied.
These shells are tough.
Yeah, you would have brought it down with both, but unfortunately, unless you want to retcon and say if you didn't burst it with that first attack, you could burst it with that second if you wish.
Yeah, I would prefer to do that.
All right, the shell then bursts with the double pounding fist of the earth elemental. And the
Nice.
earth elemental is teleported to section 8.
Zoop.
All right, it has no shells left. Is that the end of your turn?
Let's see. He spent an action. I should move. He's gonna move back against the wall to get some range away from the thing. That's the end of my turn.
Yeah. Felice, you are in darkness. And you are muted.
You're back. Okay. So Felice, with everything going dark, crouches toward, she kind of squats down against the ground, and with her free hand, that has now been freed because her other short sword went flying, removes a small figure out from her pocket, and she sets it on the ground and speaks words in a language nobody probably recognizes. And, nobody'd be able to see, but this big mastiff appears, so to speak. She could feel it. She keeps her hand on it as it invokes, and she directs it to attack.
Okay.
The beast.
Okay.
So now for this, I need to use those other dice, huh?
Yeah. It'll just be. You can just type it or whatever, or you can just hover over the dice and.
Oh, I'm thinking that doesn't hit.
Yeah, no, it does not hit.
Okay. And then is that my whole action, or can I still cast a spell as well?
I'm guessing throwing it is probably an action.
Okay. So I am done.
Okay. Lana, you are in darkness. You are restrained. You can hear a dog. And you're muted.
Yep. I'm like, quick, pull it up, unmute yourself. Anyways, yeah. So I'm going to figure though, with her thought process, like, okay, I'm in the dark, but I can hear everything still like happening. So, she'd still attempt to make an attack blindly.
Okay.
So disadvantage still.
Yes.
Obviously.
But obviously you know that it's there.
Oh man, if only. Watch me roll. Okay, so, wait, right, look at your stuff. Poison dagger. So 16 to hit, which I think just misses.
Yes, unfortunately.
Okay. Yeah, so she tries to flail wildly, but nothing.
Yes.
So, there goes her turn, and does she feel the burning heat of
No,
flame?
the flame isn't close enough.
Excellent. It's gone.
Alright. And you feel all of a sudden that you are not restrained anymore at the end of your turn.
As she's thrash, and it flops on the floor like, whoa! Huh? Oh.
Okay.
Awesome.
And it is the creature's turn, creature's lair action. It is going to oppose your spell DC, Dawn, and attempt to dispel your flaming sphere. We are both going to roll a check. You can roll your nature or whatever you use to control that, and it's going to roll its spell level.
Nature's int. It would be a wisdom.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be a core stat, not a skill roll.
Yes. Sorry. Yes.
That's fine. I figured it out.
Okay. So you managed to keep control of it. So it uses its lair action to wrest control of it, but it does not succeed. And it is Bastian's turn.
We will succeed. It has been prophesied.
With a
What about
yes.
You are about a bump in the road of our journey.
Damage from the flaming sphere since it had a turn.
Okay. It takes 2.
Bastion will go ahead and slap it with his hammer.
Yep.
Does a 19 hit?
Absolutely. 12 damage. Alright, you can see this thing is really hurting.
Then he again casts Healing Word on himself.
Alright.
Can we really see, though?
Well, you can't. And the creature's turn. He will cast his last lightning bolt at Bastian and Dawn. Make dex saves. That's a fail. That's a fail. So you both take 23 points of lightning damage. Although Don is an orc, right?
Half orc, yeah.
You can use your half orc to go down to 0. To 1.
I'm already at 1. Does it still work that way?
Yeah. If you want to use it, that is.
I completely forgot about it.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll use that.
Cool. Yeah. You just shrug off this light. You like catch it in the air before it gets to you with your control of nature, and you're like, not today.
No!
Damn right. But Bastion took that damage. That's the end of its turn. Don, you're up.
All right. I'll order the Earth Elemental back in the fray, but I don't know where it is. I think you said room 8, but obviously I can't see it or anything.
Yeah, so it won't be able to get to us. But I will move it towards us as far as it can go. I don't think it's going to get here in the time, so...
I'll slam the creature with my flaming...
Yeah, now, do Earth Elementals have, like, burrow, actually?
Yes, they do. It can move through unworked natural stone without disturbing it.
Cool. It's actually gonna get to,
Earth
like,
Glide
here, then. Because it can, like, dash and do that, and yeah. Cool. It's gonna get to there. It's not gonna quite make it in. And you're moving your thing. Roll... +2, and I fail, so it's 4 fire damage. Whew.
All right.
Felice, you're still in darkness.
I got one more cast.
Okay, so Felice carefully
Got it.
walks with her sword out. Oh, I'm sorry, you have one more.
That's fine. Yep, you can go.
Go ahead.
He cast Produce Flame for 7 fire damage. That hurt the creature. It is nearly dead.
So Felice heads toward the sound of the dog, but she knows that where she was before, there was a wall.
Yeah, you
to her
can
left.
you can squeeze into this square here.
Yeah, so she's gonna orient herself and use her sword to help her not run into the wall.
Yeah.
And make her way here, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's going to stab. And then I suppose the dog just keeps attacking?
Yeah.
Or do I have to... Okay. So let's do the dog first, actually, because he's there. And
No.
he misses again. Okay. And then she's going to... She's only got the one.
Oh, no. And no.
Ah, they both miss. She's not having a good day. All right. And I think that's it. I don't even think she's going to try to move.
Okay.
Just stay there.
Lana, you're up.
Alrighty.
Like Felice, you can hear the dog, you can hear Felice, you can hear Bastion, you kind of know where they're at. You could move out of the darkness to one of...
She kind of hearing Felice's steps, would carefully walk this way and be like, oh, would you look at that? And, oh, yeah, that thing's still ugly. And,
Yeah.
hey, doggo, don't mind me. Stabbity stab. 21 to hit.
Oh, yeah.
Alright,
And that's
7 plus 9 for 16 points of stabbing damage.
Describe how you kill it.
Gracefully stumbling out of the whatnot and maneuvering around, seeing this creature flailing all about, she just full-heartedly just rams the dagger in, just going past whatever fleshy bits that it has and to where she imagines the heart key to just be like, out of your misery, let's do this. And so she's like elbow deep and gross tentacles, and she'll pull out and wipe her arm off as best she can, and... Bleh.
Indeed. And you have become victorious. Alright, and you can see that its lair took up rooms, let's see here, 11, 12, and 14, and in 13 is its treasure repository.
Ooh.
And within that treasure repository, you find the following. Okay. I'm just going to copy and paste and just modify.
While we're counting up treasure and exploring that room, Bastion will cast a prayer of healing.
Excellent. That's not magical, that's not magical, that's not magical, that's not magical, that's magical. That's magical.
Oh, that's
Okay. Yeah. That, and then we press that, and then we go potions, of which there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we have spell scroll by 1. And then we have those. Okay. We have 12 magic stones, a magic 10-foot square stone, a Valinor double there are 12 Valinor double scimitars. There are 12 suits of breastplate that are dark leaf, so they're not metal. That's armor. There is a folding sawwood longboat, a Bieshk cavalry hammer, and a Bieshk mace. There's a flame-touched iron holy symbol and a flame-touched iron longsword. There's a Riedran rapier and a Riedran spear. Short sword. There is a Periapt of health made of Targath. There is a magic sword, which you don't know anything about until you attune to it. Or identify it. There is a dense wood staff, a live wood diadem, a magic bracelet, 6 unidentified potions, 1 identified spell scroll, a dragon scale choker with pearl, a gold cloth tabard, a bolt of electrum cloth, 2 bolts of platinum cloth, a gilded wooden goblet inlaid with gold, and 12 diamonds worth 500 gold pieces each.
There's the diamonds you're looking for, Bastion.
Yes! Yes! Bastion goes to the diamonds at the exclusion of all else. And no one had to die to get to them.
A wisp of smoke comes off of where Dawn was hit multiple times with lightning.
Alrighty. Well, that is the loot. You have only a couple of rooms to go in this place. I will quickly tell you what's in there now, and we will finish pretty much wrapping this up because there's nothing valuable in there. When you go and explore that, you will find 15 is full of stone statues. And in 16, there is actually a dwarven smith who has been creating those stone statues that is friendly, a stonemason of sorts. And yeah, that is all of the island dungeons and all of the treasure within. And next time, we will reboard our ship and try to make it the final leg to Zendrick. I will talk with my players for a brief bit after we finish, and anything that they try to identify or attune to, I will tell them what those things are. But for now, my name's been Matt in a Hat. This has been Return to Eberron, Cult of the Godseed, Session 3, and we'll wish you farewell for now. Tune in next time.